This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Carter. I'm welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. There is no Sports Catastrophe on this day for November 23rd. Couldn't find anything interesting. I thought about Grey Cup 75, but I'm like, well, it's only memorable for the pre-games shit. But as is, this is the birthday boy, Sakuuuuuuuu Koivuuuuuuuu, 47 years old, who played for Montreal for 14 years and then left for Anaheim. He actually was in the Finnish league, before headed to Montreal. Koivu was actually Canadiens captain for 10 years, which actually tied the longest tenure in Habs history with Jean Beliveau. And this is a storied franchise. So anyway, Montreal drafted Sakuuuuuuuu Koivuuuuuuu in the first round of the 93 draft, 21st overall. Of course, the 93 draft is known for the big blunder of Ottawa picking Alex Stagg, when they should have taken like a Chris Pronger or Rob Niedermeyer or even Koivu. Anyway, Koivu was a good player in the Finnish squad for Finland. Then he decided to head to Montreal in 1995. And he did okay. He looked good. Unfortunately, injuries would ruin him, in a sense. But in 99, after Vincent Damphousse was let go by the Koivu was given the captaincy September 1999, becoming the first European-born captain in the long team's history. Anyway, in his first season as captain, it was cut short due to a dislocated shoulder that took him out for half the year. He only played 24 games after getting another knee injury, 21 points. So he would have left knee surgery. So he was injury prone, which was not bad news for Montreal, especially with the fact Montreal couldn't make the playoffs. And, you know, they were bought by an American who promised Montreal will keep the team. I mean, why would you dump the team off from Montreal? Unfortunately, Koivu was given diagnosis of Burkitt's lymphoma as a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma on September 6, 2001. Anyway, Koivu got lots of letters from fans. And was in touch with John Cullen and Mario Lemieux, who also had cancer things. Now, of course, this was not made with Hockey Beats Cancer Month in mind. This was just me thinking, oh, Sakuuuuuuuu Koivu, okay. I think I know. So anyway, Koivu was basically out for the season, and Montreal looked to falter. However, he made a comeback for the last few games. The third last game, game 80, he got an 8-minute standing ovation when the Habs took on the Senators on home ice on April 9th, 2002. Ironically, my 17th birthday. So anyway, Koivu helped Montreal win and actually gained a spot in the playoffs and would take on the Boston Bruins in the first round of the 2002 playoffs. Boston looked strong. They just overtook Philly and Toronto to be the number one team in the East. Montreal was looking weak and all that. However, Sakuuuuuuuu Koivu changed all that with a fantastic goal in Game 3 of the series, with the series tied 1-1 in the first Habs home playoff game in 4 years. When Koivu scored a back-breaking goal past Brian Defoe, and the Habs won Game 3. Of course, that would also be the game in which Kyle McLaren viciously hit Richard Sednick after Montreal had clinched the win. McLaren was given a few games, and that's when Habs coach Michel Therrien talked about the fact that if this is Fedoruk, being the Boston coach's plan to injure our star players, we'll go after their star players. Simple as that. Anyway, Koivu looked good. Although Montreal would savagely lose Game 4 against Carolina in the second round, which could have given them a 3-1 series lead and almost a certainty to make the conference finals against a Canadian squad. Because Montreal would have faced either Ottawa or Toronto in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I mean, in the semifinals. But anyhow, he was given, Montreal failed, and then Koivu got the Masterton Trophy. But he did pretty well in 2003, scoring 71 points in the year. Unfortunately, he would have knee problems in 2004 and missed some time. During the lockout in 2005, he went back to Finland to play for TPS. And then he came back to the NHL when they came back and scored 62 points in 72 games. Unfortunately, he would have a serious injury to his left eye, and he was out for the remainder of the playoffs. He had a detached retina, but he underwent surgery. And he's lost some degree of peripheral vision. And then a cataract developed during the reattachment surgery. So he would have to wear a larger visor and all that. However, there wasn't too much impact to his performance. He was named the winner of the King Clancy Trophy for his role in the Sakuuuuuuuuu Koivuuuuuuuuu Foundation. So anyway, yeah. Koivu was criticized for not really speaking French in a videotape pregame ceremony because it was in Montreal. Koivu can speak English, Swedish, and Finnish, but not French that well. Regardless, Koivu went through that thing. He tried his best. And then after the 2009 season, Koivu tied Beliveau for the longest serving captain in team history for 10 years. It was amazing. So anyway, becoming an unrestricted free agent, Koivu thought that he was not going to be good enough for Montreal. So he decided to leave the Habs and played for the Ducks alongside countryman and veteran Teemu Selanne. Koivu made his return to Montreal for the first time during the 2011 season and got his 1,000th career game as a Duck. Koivu would retire in 2014, so he played more years in Anaheim than I thought. Anyway, Koivu was a star for Finland, getting a silver medal at the 2006 Olympics and a gold medal at the 95 World Championships, which was shocking. In fact, Finland won that was the first time Finland won the World Championships. He played on the line with Jari Lehtonen and Ville Peltonen, named the Hui Dui Nui line. In Finnish, it was Hupo, Lupo, and Tupo, I think. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, he had a brother, Mikko Koivu, who used to play for Minnesota and Columbus. Saku and his wife have 2 children, Alona and Atos. So he had some Finnish things. He got 2 All-Star Game appearances. One he couldn't play because of injury. The Bill Masterton, the Clancy, and the longest-serving captain in Habs history, well tied with Beliveau. But man, can you believe it? In his NHL career, he would score 832 points in 1,124 games. The regular season, postseason, 59 points in 79 games. So Saku Koivu was a pretty good player and all that. And, it comes with the territory. I mean, I know it's Hockey Fights Cancer Month, but anyway, Saku Koivu proved that you can be diagnosed with cancer and make an impact in the NHL much later on, like Martin Lemieux and Judd Colin, as I said prior. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.